The Tuskegee experiment. Oh, Project Paperclip. The Tuskegee experiment. JFK. It's all the CIA's fault. I'm no fan of the Nazi scientists. Like, first, do no harm, you're not a doctor. It would be better to let us know, like, let us be made aware that we are at war than watch you try to play wizard with the Mujahideen, bird-wristed academics. I tried to sue the one doctor who ripped off FDIC. I never had to find out about any of this. Lawyering up the right arm of the flat earth, foreign, puritanical, racist, gay, atheist god. Lawyering up for what? Homos and fucking retards. I'm a good guy. Like, I mean, I'm trying to talk to Washington. You should have heard what they said about you. I'm definitely a good guy. First, I shall do no harm, or I'm not even a doctor, and my opinion doesn't even matter. Some idiot told the police they could assess people. Now the zombie apocalypse didn't get to assess people, and the Taliban is free to operate openly. The CDC is illegal? Like, we already had the FDA and the AMA. How many Food and Drug Administrators do we need? We already have the department, the Drug Enforcement Administration. The Drug Enforcement Administration. That's enforcement and administration. Now I've got the Center for Disease Control. Like two wizards shooting lightning bolts at each other. Humanity has always had some kind of drug administration. That's why it's called humanity as opposed to barbarians. Yes, we have our own wizards. That we already have a government. Thank you. Get back in your boat. Yes, the one true creator of heaven and earth was here. Disease control? That's black magic. Department of Homeland Security. Corporate prisons are illegal in any democracy. Whose homeland do you represent? Trace threats from the FBI to Saudi Arabia. If you ever spent time in one of their luxury establishments, you know that the commissary is supplied by Turkey. I have physical proof in my possession right now. I have a label of one of the products. But the zombie apocalypse just never get skepticism. Skeptical. So skeptical. Not rationally skeptical. Just obliviously, just rapistly skeptical. They needed a liar and a rapist and a retard, so they invented one. Like, what can we do with this technology? And people, like, we definitely make money for the Islamic State. Because every time the Protestants end up in charge, it's always a bigger fish. Now you're playing their game. It's like undeniable. It's just like, look, just get out of the way. Like the tighter you cling, the harder you fight to maintain control of something that's not rightfully yours anyway. Any authority, any power to arrest here derived from the democracy. Anything else is the goddamn redcoats. I read whatever the hell I want. Oh, he's a king, is he? This is still my first rodeo. If I sold my soul to the devil, it wasn't after I raised my right hand. If I weren't born a priest, it kind of defeat the purpose of raping me and acting like you were here to help to begin with. This theology, I know it's scary. Idiot doctors. We're under attack by our own broadcast mass media zombie apocalypse. This Marxist system was outlined. I mean, it was dreamed up by, I don't know, some Italians between Marx and Hitler. Italians? It's not official policy. Here it is. Over there, self-respecting Italians don't do it. People think the gay mafia is British, like they got blitzkrieged on purpose, like they wanted to. But it's just a failure in the Protestant system. It was just born to kill. The CIA has historically, like, woken a sleeping giant because freedom of the press isn't always amicable. You ever saved somebody? Have you ever rescued somebody? People act like you saved their lives, and they're just like, oh, well, I wouldn't have died anyway. They have to die for them to notice. The Protestants think rape is a form of sovereignty. Like, did you notice that, motherfucker? Why the French invented the rapier? I'll show you how we rape around here. You know, I was talking with the guy's a corporate plant. I have no ill will But they're trying to use him for like a satanic plant, and he even professed falsely that he was a Satanist, but it was a Wiccan pentacle, not a pentagram. So they were just trying to use it as a justifiable mistake, because that's the religion. Because they are a mistake. The religion of the KKK. Fatherless, landless, hillbilly grab-ass. And it doesn't go directly from the Ottoman Empire to the Germans to the KKK. They have to swing through France on the way. It just happens to coincide with the Protestant Reformation, the Kingdom of Germany, and the Ottoman Empire. It's the Second Reich. The First Reich, France too. The word sheriff was unknown in Europe prior to the First Reich, the Holy Roman Empire. Nothing holy or Roman about it. The Muslims teamed up with the Goths, and they had a hostage king in the Franks. Look at his picture, will you? He's like, look at Bismarck. Look at Napoleon. They're terrorists. Right, so back to the gay mafia in London, right? The British. This is Islam. They're not sending us their best and their brightest. They're not allowed to go home. Canada knocks their teeth out before they send them down here. I never sold cocaine, so they're all on borrowed time. They literally banked heavily on the idea that I could eventually be made to sell cocaine, or that they could at least justify the mistake that I might have sold cocaine. That's why Justin Trudeau, I mean, literally, the thing with his son at the Barbie movie, or Team Barbie. Why is it so important I can't see a lineup, Canada? You broke that man up with his wife, you trash. I could have just fought him in the ring, an exhibition match. We could have hashed all this out. We could have figured out exactly what the problem was, etc., and squashed it with an exhibition match for charity, for the children. But we've got homos and fucking retards have our capitals in a stranglehold. They're insane. They can't go home. They're fugitives from God, and it's called Islam. Sigmund Freud was a raging homosexual cocaine distributor and fugitive in exile who lied about killing that girl in his memoirs with his boyfriend, his lab assistant. Otherwise, why did he go into exile? So they took him to London, and they hid him, and then they told Hitler, oh, he's hiding out in London somewhere. And Hitler was like, oh my God, look what they're doing to the Jews. And they pinched off the Panzerfaust and funded it with Luftwaffe toxic waste, so he just had plenty of blitzkrieg. Like, I know everything. I know what they thought that I wished or promised or whatever. I don't think everybody knows what exactly was it. But I know how to fix it, and, like, I already won. So there's nothing you can threaten me with. I have a translator in my hand right now. Corporate prisons are illegal in any democracy. It was illegal to lock you up to begin with, right? So I know how they're doing it. I know why they're doing it. I know when it started. I have a few of the who's. I have answers that Washington doesn't have the questions to. Like, do I need to mention what? Where? I mean, Harvard's not exactly helping. No! It's a riddle! I know more about it than Harvard. I don't know all the particulars, like, I wasn't in on it like Harvard was. But I know why JFK happened. I know why World War II happened. I know why World War I happened. I know why the Civil War happened. I know why the Revolution happened. Most importantly, I know first do no harm or you're not a goddamn doctor. Your religion is wrong. Black September, 1978. mfrodeo.blogspot.com. First, I shall do not harm. And then, we don't cheat at the games. Islam means peace or submission. Why would you cheat at the games?